Welcome back to Farm Sim News. Heads up, I bit the inside of my mouth while eating a hamburger yesterday, so if my voice sounds a little bit weird, I'm sorry, it doesn't feel good. Today we've got some more screenshots from Roughneck Modding's International Workstar. Dince Modding's 9RX is done, and so is Oxygen David's Witcombe Park Farm, though it's got a long way to go. If you like videos like this, make sure you subscribed. Let's check it all out. Alright, let's start off today with Roughneck Modding crew and their International Workstar. Looks like it's either finished up or done already, as they say coming soon to all platforms. We've also got a handful of new screenshots as well. We could see the Hickory Brick Farm version, the regular semi-truck. We've got a Kloss liquid tanker in there as well. We've got a Pioneer seed truck. That's pretty cool. Even a Queco snowplow with a salt spreader on the back. That's awesome. Oh yeah, and there's a GEA slurry tanker version as well. Of course, the semi-truck version is just the semi-truck, and then all of these are going to be attachments for the back of it. So what you're seeing is technically a semi-truck with just lots of bed attachments for the back. Pretty cool. After speaking with Roughneck Modding crew, they actually sent over a couple extra screenshots to show you guys as well. We get to see a little bit more of the snowplow and the salt spreader. We do know we're going to be getting a new snowplow with this, so that's pretty cool. We see the back of the semi-truck version a little bit, and we've got some interior shots. We should have some more good news about the truck later this week, so make sure you guys stay tuned. A big shout out to Earthquakens from the Roughneck crew for sending these screenshots over to show you guys. It's always fun to have something that you're not going to find anywhere else, and those guys made it happen, so thank you. Next, let's talk Dince Modding and their John Deere 9RX high horsepower series. This has officially been sent off for testing for all platforms. Along with it, we also got some pretty cool screenshots to take a look at as well. Actually, there's a lot of them. Dince Modding says that throughout this week, we should see some first looks on this. Cough, cough, wink, wink. See you guys tomorrow morning. And even Dince themselves may do a official first look. That's pretty cool. Just a few things that you guys need to know about it. It will have interactive control and mouse controls if you guys are on PC. We also have passenger scripts, it's farming ready, it's got cameras, and it's prepared for Carl's K9 Dozer Blade. Now that this project has been finished up, it's now time to move forward, or, well, I guess in this case, I think move back, as he says he's planning to finish up some previous projects, as well as the John Deere X9 Combine. I wasn't able to show all the screenshots that were provided today, so make sure you check out Dince Modding link down below if you want to see them all, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Moving on, Gamer Designs brings us an update on their Tigercat 234B. This mod is also now with Giants awaiting testing. However, this is the PC version. As you may know, Tigercat is not branded for all platforms, at least not yet. If it ever happens, that's anyone's guess. But we do know that he is planning on making a console version of this. You may also see from the screenshot it says special instructions. If the PC version passes, hold for an all platforms release. GD says the plan is to have both the PC version and the crossplay version release at the same time on the mod hub. If the PC version passes, he will release it on his itch page for PC players to test, while the all platform version gets the all clear. This way the official versions release at the same time, and PC players can still do a little bit of playing ahead of time. Speaking of early PC releases, Serious Modding has released their US New Holland T8. This release was over on their itch page, so you can definitely check that out if you'd like to. It does say that the tractor is currently in an unfinished state. While he works on it, you can download the version that's available now. There's not a whole lot to share with this one at this time, but he does say don't rule out bringing it to consoles. As always, things take time, and instead of holding it all in, he's decided to release a little bit of it and let PC players test it out. I'll be getting this one downloaded and checking it out today as well. If there's anything else you'd like to know about it, just let me know. Now let's backtrack a little bit and talk about Carl Farms and that K9 Dozer Blade. And we've seen this couple games in a row now. We're about to see it again in FS25. For the new version, he's added a new foldable top extension configuration to improve visibility while traveling. And at this point, he just needs to do some final adjustments of skin hoses before it's all completed. As per usual, before the release on the mod hub, it will be released on his itch page. If you guys would like to download that on PC, but don't worry, we'll be coming to consoles as well. You already know that it's going to be working with Dince Modding's 9RX high horsepower series, but don't forget, it's also going to work with the in-game 9RX 830, Carl's 2025 Case Steiger series, which we've had for a little while now. It'll also work with Serious Modding's STX Steiger and BC Bueller Farms versatile 2310 Ford 9880, aka the New Holland Versatile. four-wheel drive tractors. Additionally, you may know that Carl Farms is working on a map. It's actually a Seneca County revamp. It's called Midwest Moraines. He says that the map is at a good point right now where he can start his own internal testing and should have a beta version out very soon for PC players. Not pictured, but we do have some information. The Magnum 2018 and his Steiger Series 2024, as well as the front tank, says progress has been very little. Right now, he's got quite a few mods on the list and doesn't have enough time to do them all. So some things are coming before others. We got a new trailer coming from Slush's Modding, the Lizard Masterful 39-foot frameless. It is a tipper trailer shown here with his semi-trucks and looking pretty good. It's an idea that arose as a request from some of his Patreon supporters, so now it's in the game. We don't know the specifics, but we do know it'll have several options and animations you can see right here with different sides. We also have different colors and some livery options, which I think is pretty cool. And if you're curious about the 362, as of a couple days ago, it was still awaiting testing. Moving on, we have a fact sheet from JHHG Modding for his Hillco HC 1010 Harrow card. As you can see, this will be a cultivator, 360 horsepower required. It's got a 25.6 meter working with. Costs you $62,000. Also weighs 7.2 tons. It's got a 12 mile per hour max working speed. In real life, there are some different widths on this one. However, at least in the game, we are getting the largest one, that 84 footer. Now, it does say in configurations, we have a main color config and the 84-foot working width configuration. However, not sure it's configuration if it's the only option. Still looking good, and now you have seen the fact sheet. We got some new screenshots from Icus Fan Modding's Barndominium. He says the living room is almost ready. Added kitchen, new furnitures, plants, and some posters. Step by step, it is becoming more and more comfy. However, it's still a work in progress. I would say it's definitely quite cozy indeed. I will be interested to see if the clock on the wall actually changes with everything. Looks like we may even have the, the Farm Sim 25 video on the TV. That's kind of interesting. Maybe it's just a screenshot as everything looks exactly the same there. Some nice art on the walls, a really nice little kitchen. That's pretty cute. And, well, a nice vaulted ceiling, I guess. I'm not quite sure if the ceiling's vaulted or not. It kind of looks flat from the inside, but still quite a high ceiling. Definitely looking good, and, well, there's not many people doing what Icus is doing for buildings right now. Well, maybe not the only one. Legacy Ag jumps in every now and then, and, well, hey, we're going to talk about them today for the first time in a while. First off, we have that 62 by 60 shed. This is currently the only screenshot that we've got of it, at least in Farm Sim 25, but we do have a large bay on the left, and then we have a small little drive in on the right-hand side. Now, this is actually a returning mod for Farm Sim 22 by the same name. Actually did pretty good. 4.7 stars with 369 votes. Nice. Cost was about $46,000, $12 a day, and I think had plenty of space for all the stuff you need inside. Now, that's not the only returner. We also have the Mercury Yard Light returning as well. That was $350, $1 a day, at least back in Farm Sim 22. Actually has great reviews, 4.8 stars, 208 votes on there. It was available to either put on the side of the building or on a pole, so that's pretty cool. And we got another one, the Manure Storage Pack. He says this was actually made for Farm Sim 22, but never released. We have two versions, one set up as a silo, so you just dump the manure there and it fills itself. The other one is a manure heap, which you have to dump onto the pad and then load the manure back off the pad with a wheel loader or a bucket. It's pretty cool. He does say there's a couple of other surprise mods in the works, as well as another one that may be returning as well. However, we'll have to keep a lookout for those. Next to last today, let's talk Mr. Hector mods and Carpathian Countryside. At least as of last Friday, well after I released Farm Sim News, said that the map was actually failed. It looks like the map was actually failed on Thursday last week. Says after the first PC testing round with some minor adjustments requested, said he was almost done with these as of Friday around midday Eastern time here in the US and plans to send it back. Now, when he plans to send it back, I'm not quite sure, but he said in no time, so maybe it's already done. Interestingly, the certification report from the Mod Hub team testing last week also said that apart from the few requests that he got to change things, everything else looked fine from a PC perspective. So he's guessing the next step will be console testing, and he'll let us know how it goes. Just a reminder, the maps normally take a couple rounds of testing, especially in the console testing era. You have to wait for things to pass. And lastly today, we got a few things from Oxygen David. Now, both of these were posted over the weekend. First off, he says, Witcombe Park Farm, a 3-year journey has now officially come to an end. The map will be heading into internal testing over the next few weeks, and once everything is polished up, he's fully happy with it. The map will be released on his itch page for PC players, but that's only the first step. Noxie also released their map release clarification. This is something we actually talked about a month ago, a little over a month ago. It was back towards the beginning of the new year. First comes the internal testing that we talked about. Basically, Oxygen David and a group of his buddies will go through and test the map to make sure everything that they can find is working. Once they have found everything that they need to find, fixed everything they need to fix, they will release the first PC beta version. He does say to expect some issues and expect some bugs and expect the possibility of save game breaking issues. However, this is the whole point of the beta stage. It says it will be updated over the coming months with fixes and improvements based on the feedback from players. Think of the beta phase as just a wider testing setup kind of thing. Once he's got everything fixed up that he could possibly find, once all of the issues that have been reported from the PC community have been found, well, then it will be sent off for testing on the mod hub for crossplay. Now, it does appear that this may be a different version, probably with branding removed or something like that. Pretty common from Oxygen David's maps, but we have the console and mod hub version. It says once it is stable, bug-free, and approved using PC feedback, you'll begin working on the crossplay compatible version for consoles and mod hub. However, this will be later in the year. Actually utilizing the community to help test on itch is actually a really good idea for something like this. Otherwise, well, Oxygen David would be just sending it back and forth with giants over and over and over again. It's probably going to be released for console players a lot sooner than it would have otherwise. And this video is ending a lot sooner than otherwise. Yeah, if you'd like to see anything more about the mods, modders, or anything else we talked about today, including all of the download links for itch and things like that, links to everything can be found in the description. Remember, there's no release dates for mods, so no one knows when anything's going to be released. And if you like this video, you can check out the Farm Sim News playlist for all the latest news and top stories going on in the world of Farming Simulator. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I think I made it through. My mouth is definitely hurting. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check those notifications that way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have an awesome day. Hope this is a great start to your week, and we will see you later. Oh, of course, right as I'm finishing this up, mods are dropping. All right, well, I guess we know what's next.